Hello, welcome to my channel, Becoming Bev. I am here with my best friend Yvonne. She and I have known each other since the 7th grade, so a few years.
20.
Or something. So Yvonne loves to camp more than anyone I know. And she's also the original owner and the creator of my van that some of you found me on from Kevin and a Wake Up's channel when he did a van tour of my van. So Yvonne created that van, turned it over to me. I love, love, love my van, which I know makes her happy. So today we're touring Yvonne's vintage. Describe your camper.
She's a 1967 Shasta Star something. I want to say Starflyte or something.
Okay, and describe what the camper was like when you bought it.
Well, you can't see. The camper was, the woman that I bought it from loved purple. So everything in here was purple, including the cabinets, the Formica tabletops, you'll see later, purple, everything. So basically anything that you see now that's black and white or red was purple.
Fascinating.
So yeah, and she was already, and I knew this, and her bones are amazing. Her electrical's been redone. She's been brought up to a 30 amp. All the wood, these vintage campers, sometimes you get them and they have an odor, and you can't get rid of it sometimes. Some of it's like a sweet little vintage smell and it's nice, but sometimes it's not. This one has no smell because all the wood's new, which I love. So basically, I really just got to get in here. She had done such a great job of upgrading. It's got a full toilet, flushes that'll take a regular hose like my big camper does. Lots of upgrades. I basically got to have fun just dressing her up. And it literally took me maybe a month. That's how good of condition it was already in.
So Yvonne is the craftiest person I know by far, and she's also one of the busiest people that I know. Like, the woman never sits still. I mentioned this when I toured her other camper, that anything worth doing is worth overdoing. But I gotta say, Yvonne, you did a pretty good job on not, like, it's definitely done, but maybe not as overdone as you would typically do.
And with the van, I did it. I made her a very neutral palette, which is unusual for me. But I felt that van, like each one needs something. That's what the van needed.
Yeah.
And this, you'll see, this is what this one needed.
All right. So
her name is Jazzy, and I jazzed her up.
Yes, and I love that you named her Jazzy. It's a perfect name for her.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about your camper?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I know. I have a question.
What?
How often do you go camping?
Well, it's camping season right now, y'all. I mean, every weekend for the next 4 weekends. But, like, just on off 2 or 3 times a month, okay? I love it.
So Yvonne has her favorite campground that she goes to. And she's created quite a community there at the campground. So I think that it feeds her need for a social life. And I want to give a plug to her Facebook group, Glamper Girls. She's created this group of women who love to camp, and they're always welcome to come to her campsite. They craft, they cook, they teach each other about camping. These women are a wealth of knowledge as far as camping hacks go. Like, this weekend I camped with Yvonne and got to go through one of her friend's campers, and I got a couple of really good camping hacks.
She's one of the most organized people I've ever seen in camping.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess, Yvonne, show us around your camper.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start the tour off in the kitchenette area.
Yeah.
So Yvonne, point out some things about your little kitchen area.
Well, these awesome shelves were already in here. There's one on both sides, so these were already here, right?
Little stair step shelves.
Yeah, and I just there's a stuff called museum putty that I like to use, like for things like that, so it doesn't fall down. And this little guy, I got museum putty under him too. But these drawers don't come out, which I love. And I already had this, so I have all my little safety pins and stuff. So museum putty is awesome.
Okay, so that's awesome. So you put it on the bottom of the object and then just stick it on there and it doesn't move.
Right. Like on this one, I took 4 little balls in each corner of here.
All right, great camping hack.
Yeah, and it does really well.
Okay.
These are just, this shelf was already here, and you can buy these on Amazon. I love them. They're in both of my campers. They're even in her van.
Yep. White ones.
That I already had this again, museum putty on each one of these.
Okay.
Of course, little chandelier from Amazon.
I love your little chandelier.
I do too.
And your curtains, and girl, this little table setup is adorable.
Thank you. And as you can see, it's got all my little cook stuff up there. It's got lots of storage. And I painted all the cabinets, and this is peel and stick wallpaper. This black and white stuff.
Yeah, it's a perfect little pattern for in here.
It is. It is. I think so.
Okay, anything about the other side? I see you put a little extra storage in over here.
Oh, the cabinet.
I'll reach
I love
over and open
And
that.
there's not much in it right now, but when I go camping, that's full of stuff.
Yeah, your little first aid kit and your flashlights, and of course,
Yes.
I love that you couldn't just leave it plain. It's got a little blinged, a little glamping bling to it.
Yes.
Right, Yvonne, show us your little bathroom space in here.
Okay. It is a little space. And
like
here again, I put the contact paper that I used up there on here, and if you want to show that there.
I like that your robe matches your camper.
Yes.
And then I'll just show you just a little bit of with the bathroom space in here.
I'm going to show them the storage in there.
Okay, she wants me to show you the storage. Here we go.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. Girl, cute little camping hack there with these little holders. And just, girl, your attention to detail always amazes me. So the toilet here is just a typical camper setup.
It flushes just like a regular toilet. It has a hookup just like the big RVs. Same hose I use. If it has a full hookup, I get to use this potty.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no shower in the bathroom, so what do you do about that?
I have a couple of things. First of all, I'll just, since I have my car, my other one, I'll just go to the shower house. I got a little bag that I just take to the shower house. Or I have a few times, I put this is another thing that I had a plumber come in, and I did have a plumber replace all the plumbing in here. So this little guy just happens to come out. I can pull him all the way out there. And girl, I have taken a shower, like
Do that again.
full blown what?
So you just turn it on and take an outdoor shower.
Stand out here and just do my thing. Right?
Gotcha.
So it just depends on where I'm at.
Gotcha. Another fun little camping hack. I wouldn't have thought of that, Yvonne.
Right?
So Yvonne is the one who introduced me to these little fake fireplaces. I have one in my van and I absolutely love it. So she also has one in her camper here.
This will heat the entire camper. This one, it was yellow, and you can see I need to do a touch up, but I can just have a glow. And what I love about it is I can either, depending on what kind of electric, well, this one, since it's 30 amp, I can probably get away with more, but I can choose to either have, and that's for this size camper, I will probably only need to use the 1,000 watt.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right about that.
Yeah.
So I also love what you did above the fireplace with, is that a decal?
This?
Yeah.
Yes, my friend Michelle, girl, she brought me like these like huge gifts for my camper. Like I'm like laughing, like why would somebody give somebody that? Cause you can see this from where you're out. She gave me that great big picture, and I'm like, it's so big, girl. I completely redid my bathroom around that because I loved it so much.
Yeah, it's cool. It's perfect for in here.
And it was at her mom's house, so it kind of has like a double. So that she gave me this decal, so it worked perfectly.
And I'm sure that you added the bling to it.
Yes, don't look too closely at that. They kind of slid down.
Okay. And then explain how you did your refrigerator.
I Mod Podged it just like I did my other one. It was too simple. This is a layer of spray adhesive and I put this on it, and then I went over it with some Mod Podge, and then just added the rickrack and little blingies. I had to seam the two fabrics together, and I thought it wouldn't bother me, but it did. So I just put that on it.
Yeah, it looks like a present. It
Right.
looks like a cute,
Yeah.
like a cute little gift box
Yeah.
now. Okay, and what about your sleeping area here?
Well, the only thing I changed, obviously, with the colors, but here again, we've got some peel and stick wallpaper, and it just changed that up so much. And these things that I work on, I've been working on them for years. I bead up guitars and crosses and anything else I can get my hands on.
Yeah, with just old jewelry that most
Yeah.
people would just
Right.
broken stuff that
Collecting
people would
them,
throw away.
from my mother, collecting them from garage sales, estate sales. I'll buy bags of it. And then my friend Michelle gave me these to hang up, and I think they're perfect.
Girl, they are. They're good in here.
Yeah.
And of course, she took a pair of high heel shoes and
They're stuck.
Okay, they're stuck on there. And put fabric on the inside and blinged them out and stuck them on the camper.
And you might want to show my cute little cubby. I have a little cubby in here. It's
Okay.
cords, but it's
Yep.
it's just a nice little place.
A perfect little shelf for next to your bed.
Yes. And of course, there's that. And here, like, girl, I have sat here like and done crafting. Like when I was doing this, I could literally, stretch this. I have more counter space in here than I do in my mini Winnie.
Okay, so this is almost like a little desk area
It is
for you.
It is.
Cute.
Yeah.
So explain how the countertops are different from when you originally bought the camper.
Well, it had beautiful purple Formica, like brand new Formica, and I knew that I didn't want to take that out. I mean, it's perfect. So I found this stuff on Amazon, and I want to say this cost about $20 a roll. Don't get too, yeah, there you go. That area is fine. And just, it's not perfect, but it works for $20 without having to put a whole new countertop in. And
Girl, I think it looks great.
it's just got,
I think it looks
Thank
great.
you.
You're welcome. Well, Yvonne, I noticed you don't have a stove top in here, but you have your coffee pot, and I know, for me, that's just about the most important thing. So why don't you have a stove in here, and what do you do when you go camping?
Well, first of all, it didn't come with a stove or an oven, which they thought that was going to be a deal breaker for me, but it's not, because I really don't even cook inside my other camper. I like to cook outside if I cook.
Right.
But I found this, it's an induction oven you can buy on Amazon for various prices. You can get one for $50 on up to $100. I think I did the middle, like maybe an $80 one. But that one, I bought it for this camper, but I love it so much I take it with my other one. So I just basically put it on here. I got a plug so I can cook anything that I want. Anything you can cook in a skillet, I could cook it with this stovetop.
Yeah, and the thing with Yvonne is, like, she loves going to the campgrounds. She's not into the whole boondocking thing, so she always has, like, a full hookup as far as electric and water goes.
Yeah.
So she designs her camping experiences around having electricity.
I do.
Because it's not camping. It's,
I'm a glamper.
it's
I'm not a camper.
glamping.
I'm not. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so here's the outside of Yvonne's camper, her
Jazzy.
Shasta camper, Jazzy. Love what she's done with the door. In typical Yvonne glamping style, it's got some personality. So tell us about the rest of the outside of your camper. Like, what color was it when you bought it?
She was red, purple, and white.
Awesome. So what did you paint on here?
We repainted the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just went over it. I used the same red that the previous owner had used. I asked her what paint she used. I used the same paint. Redid that. And nothing on this is perfect. Just matte, what you call it? The painter's tape.
Mm-hmm.
Did that.
Well, it's adorable. What about
Thank
the
you.
detail that you put on here?
Those are decals from Amazon.
Okay, so all of the little extras are
Yes.
decals from
Yes.
Amazon. Girl,
Yes.
such a cute, easy touch.
Oh gosh, yes, it's instant. For me, this was already like this, and it's a great idea. These vintage campers are super hard to keep cool, and the rooftop ones are the ideal ones, but the cost of, you've got to reinforce the roof of these, they're not meant to hold, the weight of those. So, that's the ideal way, but just, this has worked. I don't like the way it looks on the outside, but it keeps it cool in there. I'm giving up a really nice bedroom window for it, but I just think genius the way that they built it. I would do it again.
Yeah, girl, and it totally works. It totally keeps
works.
your camper cool, and
Yep.
and I like that you've kind of made it part of the face out there.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
So I did add these toolboxes, and you guys, like all of my awning equipment, ropes, slide stuff, just a really good. And this was like $130. Or no, this one was less than $100. The other one was $130.
Gotcha.
So and so far it's rained quite a bit and hasn't leaked at all.
Good. Perfect little extra. What I'm finding out about camping is storage is everything.
Key.
And here's the other side of the camper. So tell us about the electrical situation here.
Okay, when I got her, she was already equipped with 30 amp, and as most of you know that have been looking at vintage campers or that own one know that they're typically 110. So this is, I had to put a dog tag, what do you call this thing, to gear it to be 110 here at my house. But when I go to the campsites, I have 30 amp, which is wonderful.
Yeah, that's everything you need for this little camper.
Yes.
And 30 amp runs your air conditioner just fine and all that.
110 would run that. But this what this is going to do, it's going to, I will be able to use the microwave and have my heater on at the same time. Most of the times it breaks on the 110, you can't do that in these little, and even in the big ones you can't.
Got it.
Yeah, so this I'll be able to use a lot more.
And girl, I love the little wings on your camper. It's so cute.
They were purple.
They were purple?
Yeah, she loved purple.
Apparently.
She loved purple.
And then I guess this is considered the front of the camper.
Yeah.
And I know you added the toolbox. What else do you want to say about the front
this
end?
toolbox, because this was the one, this was $130 worth every penny. You guys, look, I've got a battery in here, all my blocks, my tools. This is just like most people have their propane tanks on here.
Got it.
And
you don't need the propane tank.
No, I don't. If I do need propane tank for my fire pit, I just bring it. And
girl, I love how good it matches the other part of the camp. Like it looks like it was made for this camper.
I thought so too. And this is something else I love. You guys, this is like a $120 investment, but I'm going to tell you, up or down, okay? You got a light. It's worth every single penny.
So that's just for leveling the camper
but girl,
when you go to set it up?
Typically,
that hand crank.
The original, 50-something-year-old hand crank thing, it was like you were huffing and puffing before you ever started stabilizing.
Got it. All right. A little camping hack that she would like to share with everyone.
Especially right now, I see on Glamper Girls and all the other groups that I'm in, the most question right now being asked, because it's starting to get cooler and the critters they're gonna look for a place that's warm to hang out. I've tried the Irish Spring soap. They eat it. I've tried the dryer sheets. I've bought expensive stuff on Amazon that's supposed to keep them out. Nothing has worked except this simple peppermint essential oil, a few drops in a bottle of water. I spray it about every 3 weeks just outside the camper, and sometimes I'll go inside and just do a few in the cabinet. I have one of these in my other camper, and it's worked. So
it's just peppermint oil and water. And what's the ratio? Like about how many drops of peppermint oil?
I just kind of like maybe 8 drops in this.
Okay. I've heard that from other RVers, so I think that's probably a really good camping hack.
Yes,
trick.
I wish I would have known this before.
All right, so peppermint oil to keep the critters out.
Yep.
All right, so we also want to give a little shout out to Yvonne's Facebook group, Glamper Girls. Yep, right there. So this is a sweet, sweet group of women that come together on the weekends to go camping. They share recipes and cooking tips and camping hacks, and they craft together. They, what else?
We play games.
Yep.
We sit around the fire. We eat a lot.
And she comes up with some really fun, just things to shake it up a little bit. Like this Friday night, she had an 80s party at her campsite. So tell me who was doing the makeup.
Oh, my friend Michelle. She works at Macy's, and that's what she does. She does the makeovers for everyone. So she got to come out.
So she did makeup for us. I'll show you a couple of photos of Yvonne's fun 1980s party. So it just kind of shakes things up a little bit. And, the girls just get out there and cut up and dance and have fun.
And I just want to say, especially right now with the coronavirus, it's like when we're out there, you rarely see anyone with a mask on. We all pretty much social distance, but it's just like it's the most normal place that I feel right now, being out in nature without, and we rarely watch the news. It's like we just have our own little escape and break from the reality of stuff for a while, and it's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
So I'll post a link in the comments of this video to Yvonne's group, Glamper Girls, if you guys are interested. Great camping hacks, tips, and a sweet little community.
Thank you.
So thank you for taking us on a tour of your awesome little camper, Yvonne. It's like, I love how crafty you are. You're so inspiring, and it's like, I love that you share the information with other people and help them do these fun little creative projects too.
And I enjoy it.
I know you do. So anyway, thank you so much. I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. Give us a thumbs up for the video. And if you have any questions, post them below. Let us know where you're watching from. And if there are any other information, like we're gonna do the video on how to make the little lights, but if there's anything that you have questions about that you'd like for Yvonne to answer, I'm gonna make her read every single comment and answer them too. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't, but that's fine.
So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.